The bike is doing great. I mean, it's just, I don't want to brag about it too much, but holy smokes, I'm so lucky. The bike is better than I am by a far shot. A far shot. All I'm doing is riding it. Oh my gosh. See, potholes. Oh shit. And that's how I handle potholes. I cuss a lot. Oh, sorry YouTube. Oh my gosh. This is, oh my god, this is heart-wrenching. Alright, here I am, Coldfoot Camp. This place is it's a truck stop that was formed in the 1970s, kind of for truckers by truckers. What you see over there, those trailers behind that, that was the original like cafe, but you see those trailers, there's some accommodations in there. They are Spartan. There's gas here, which is really hard to come by. This little cafe wasn't too bad. It was insanely expensive, however. They know they're the only game in town, so it is dinner buffet is $21, breakfast is $14.50. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I am just getting ready and to head out, and I will check in from the road. So here I am at the entrance to the Dalton Highway at Coldfoot Road. Arctic Interagency Visitor Center is across the street. I will go there another day, but I'm alright today. Oh, welcome everyone. Sourdough fuel. Oh, there is competition. I just didn't go far enough. Oh crap. This road, yeah, you see it's paved. It's not really. I mean, like, there are sections that have some asphalt on it, but it's not what I would call paved. This is a magical section right here. Anyway, I will check in later. I have to go up and over a high pass today, but I'm starting a little bit early in the day so that maybe I could see some wildlife as they get moving. But that's it. I will check in later. Alright. So here on the Dalton Highway, this section is paved and actually really nice. I'm shocked. That's going to change, but the other thing I'm shocked about is the weather. That big shiny thing in the sky doesn't come to the Dalton very often. Only when Hawk Hagenbeck is here, apparently. And wow, it is made for just a beautiful, beautiful day. I've seen moose today, or some large animal. It was far in a field. I have not seen any bear, thank goodness. But I have seen plenty of rugged mountains ahead. And apparently there is a famous pass that I don't know yet, that I have to go up and over, and then once I'm over on the other side, it's the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge or something like that. And there's a good bit of nothing over there, but in case you're wondering, yes, north of the Arctic Circle, the sun did set last night. I mean, it's August, so it's not midsummer, and I'm just north of the I stayed just north of the Arctic last night. So the sun did set. It was about 11:30, and then it started coming back up around 4. I slept kind of off and on, but jeez, man, I went to bed last night at 6. 6 p.m. What a grandpa. Holy cow, man. Yeah, I got off the road, had a little dinner, had a beer, and was done. Anyway, I will check in a little bit later. That is the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, built in 1974. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll check in later. And, man, thanks for riding along with me. I am having a frickin' glorious time, he says. I sure hope I don't. Well, I'm not going to say it. Alright. Oh, shizzle. Woo, that was exciting. That was muddy and windy at the same time. Anyway, I held the motorcycle up by pinching my butt cheek. Pinch my butt cheek just right to keep that motorcycle from falling over. Sometimes that's what works. Anyway, just noticing that trees are fewer and far between. Just we're getting further and further north, so alright, I'll check in later. Wow. Well, beautiful road, not beautiful bridge. Muddy and slick is what I would call that bridge, which is pretty much all of the bridges, muddy and slick, but that's fine. I don't want to say that this is beautiful scenery, but my goodness, this is absolutely, it's gorgeous. And the road is not terrible. I mean, yeah, it's dirt, it's muddy, but the bike is doing fine on it. It still gets a little squirrely, like right now. I can feel it kind of slide underneath me, but that's okay. I can handle, the bike can handle that better than I can, frankly. Still haven't seen anything northbound. I've seen a handful of cars southbound. I am north of Coldfoot, headed toward Prudhoe Bay. I am 55 miles north of there, so I've got another 200 to go. Well, 190 to go. So this is fun. I don't know. I have the face shield open just to kind of get fresh air into my face. But I've got my heated gear on, and my goodness, thank the Lord for heated gear. I'm telling you. My gosh, so I wear first gear, heated pants, jacket, and gloves. It is good stuff. I've got some Garbling glove liners that are also really good. I carry those with me just in case of rain. In the cold, I can wear those under my rain gloves, so it helps. Anyway, I won't bother you with any more detail of that, but just checking in from the muddy part of the road. Woo! It's exciting. It's exciting. Alright, so I'm starting to make a climb up into this pass, and I don't know if you saw it, but way off to the left there's a mountain with snow on it. That's not much higher in elevation than I am right now. There's actually a lot of snow up there. Oh man, I hope it's not on the road. Oh boy. Anyway, so I'm headed up this pass. I'm not certain what my current elevation is or what it will be. I'll stop on the top and check it. But yeah, my bike is still doing better than I am, but what a beautiful section of road right here. But I'll check in a little bit later on top of this pass, so wish me luck. Alright, my elevation is now 4,800 feet. I made it to the top of that pass. There's a truck coming. I am going to get out of his way. Way out of his way. Both of them. And, wow. I bet that was a hell of a climb. Anyway, 4,800 feet. I'm through the pass, starting down, and it says steep down for the next 2 miles. Oof. Alright. I don't have a CB radio. There's a sign at the bottom that says check on channel 19 before going up. And yeah, I didn't have a way to do that. Anyway, I'm kind of up here in the clouds. There's some precipitation. I don't know what you would call it. It's not really rain. I think frankly it's just gathering dew. I'm gonna man, I don't know who designed the DCT on the Africa Twin, but it knows when I'm going downhill and it wants to stay in low gear, which is great, but I want to pick a gear higher, so I did. You can do that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Let me wipe off the camera there. I don't know if that helped or made it worse. Even though the road has my attention completely, I'm still able to spend 3% of my attention looking at how beautiful the scenery is, because it really, really is nice. Stunning. Stark. Stunning. Huh. And this Garmin Explorer Plus, man, it is worth its weight in gold. It's amazing. So I can use it for navigation. It's not really great for that, which sounds dumb, but I don't use it for that. It is really good for communication with the outside world. Like last night in Coldfoot, there is no cell phone reception, so it was the only way to kind of reach out and let everyone know, hey, I'm okay, life is good. And it also tells me altimeter, speed over ground, that kind of thing. But then it also tells my mom all that information. And so my mother, 80 years old, sitting at home, you sure are going fast. Why don't you slow down and enjoy the roses a little bit? I mean, come on, you're making me nervous. There was one time in Vancouver, I had to circle the block 3 times looking for the correct parking garage, and I pulled up, and they there was a message from my mother saying, son, it looks like you're being towed or something. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Anyway, well, here I am in Jurassic Park. Okay, so here I am on the side of the road. I just stopped, not an emergency or anything. Just stopped for a break. Nature came knocking loudly, so I stopped to handle that. And beautiful restroom here. Down there in the valley, there are these big rocks that keep moving kind of toward me. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm not kidding. There's so obviously you see the stop sign to the right of that. There are there's like a little pond to the right, and just to the left of that there's kind of a brown spot, and that's I think a bear, maybe a grizzly up here. I mean, but he's very, very big. So I don't know what lives up here specifically, but whew, this is the tundra. There is the Alaska pipeline, Trans-Alaska pipeline, and here's my motorcycle. Just take a look at the effects of this road on it. Up front, it's not too bad. My headlights and turn signals are still uncovered, but back here, I don't know that you could find my brake light or turn signal. It's filthy. Worse than filthy. Yeah. If you know me, you know that I'm kind of OCD, and you're probably laughing at the fact that I have such a filthy motorcycle, and maybe also laughing at the fact that I stopped for the call of nature at milepost 100, which means I'm 100 miles away from my destination. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right. Well, I will check in a little bit later, and I'm going to get out of here before that rock gets any closer to me and attacks. So I've got tons of time, provided the motorcycle starts. Oh my. Of course it will. It always has. Okay, here's the thing. This is actually what the Dalton Highway is like now. And it's been like this for 30 miles. Just pothole after pothole after pothole after pothole after pothole. It is moonscape. And it feels like this all the way. It is... Okay, I have spent tens of thousands of dollars to ride this particular road. I knew it would be difficult. Not everyone rides it. But here's the thing. My advice to anyone who's thinking about riding the Dalton Highway, don't do it. There's no reason to do it. It connects town to town in between town. So you go from, I mean, Fairbanks is okay, but you go from Fairbanks to Coldfoot, which is nothing but an overpriced trailer park for the night, where dinner is $20. You see what the... It is like this for miles. Don't ride this road. Don't do it. Do not. Do something different. Come to Alaska. Go see Denali. Go see the other beautiful parks. Do not ride the Dalton Highway. When I was at the Arctic Circle sign, I had an unusual question from a tourist. He asked me where I was going, and I said, well, tonight to Coldfoot, and then tomorrow I would be going to Deadhorse. And he said, oh, okay, you're going to go any further north? And I said, there is no further north, that's why I'm going there. And he, oh, okay. So it's just funny, some of the questions that I get. One of my favorite questions is that a diesel? I've had 2 people ask me that. That is really a random question. I only know of a couple of diesel motorcycles, and they're not available commercially. They're exclusively for military work. But I thought, that's really interesting that they thought it was a diesel. I don't know why you would think that. The funniest question I've had posed so far is, did you drive that across the ocean to get here? That was asked by a guy in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. To think that I would drive a motorcycle across the ocean to Sioux Falls, South Dakota is quite a reach. So, anyway. Woo. The sign says Deadhorse, 45. Just 45 minutes. I mean, no, 45 miles. That's an hour. If I continue this rapid pace. Anyway, yeah, just kind of interesting questions along the way. Another question: how do you make money? What? I mean, number one, it's childishly rude to ask, but okay. And I'm just like, what? How far have you, or how long have you been gone? That's a big question that I get. How long have you been gone? And when will you go back home? And I don't have an answer to the part B because I don't know where that is anymore, which is, I've done that to myself intentionally, I think. But then they ask, and your wife is okay with this? And I just tell them, yeah, she's good. I don't get into detail about it, but that's come up probably 3 times, and I just, sure, yeah, she's good. Let's see, another question I get a lot. Oh, how far do you go a day? Well, depends on the day. That's a really common question. 500 miles is about the tip of my comfort level. I can do further if I need to, but I don't like it. I'm not riding for that. I'm riding to enjoy the ride. And I do actually just enjoy riding. Some people don't understand that. They think it's a conveyance to get to somewhere, to go see something, but it's not that even. It is the thing to do. It's not, I don't need to stop and smell the roses because I'm sitting in a bouquet of them riding the motorcycle. Did I just use a bouquet of roses as a metaphor for riding a motorcycle? I don't know how that translates. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I get a series of odd questions about the motorcycle. I'll try to come up with a quick top 10, and I'll hit you back with that. I'll do a out of helmet interview, a one-on-one, me and me. All right. Okay, so it said on the Dalton, you're gonna share the road with everything, and yeah, that's true. Even the steamroller. I don't know what he's steamrolling, but he's rolling it. Okay. I guess he's just pressing the holes in the ground more firmly. I have no idea what he's steamrolling, but okay. That's that's a hell of a job. And it's 28 miles from home. Well, from Prudhoe Bay. So it must be that he steamrolled all the way out here, and he's steamrolling all the way back. Oh, I can't imagine doing 60 miles on a steamroller. And for what? I mean, they should do something about the middle, or all of these potholes. Really, that one section. That one section was awful. I was losing my grip there for a minute. Anyway, almost there, so Lord willing. Alright. Okay, hands down, this is actually the worst section, the most treacherous, and I'm 15 miles away from downtown. So they're doing some road work here, and what they're doing is they are they're just running over the road with some plows. Well, that's great. It takes care of the holes, but it puts these, now it's just mud. I'm on a pretty nice gravel section right here, but the rest of the road, no kidding, it's like 4 or 5 inches deep of just mud, and I got in that a couple times, got super sideways. I mean, the good news is if I fall into it, it'll be like slipping in snow. It won't hurt, but it'll make a hell of a mess. And yeah, I don't get what they're doing. I mean, maybe this is how they take care of potholes. I don't know, but that kid, oh, son of a, see, this is what I'm dealing with right here. Oh, Lord. Whew, man, this is tense. So, yeah, and construction equipment up here has blue lights. It's random. Alright. I'm not sure I want to pass him. I mean, it's all dirt. Mud. Sideways. I mean, I guess I could go around, but then I'd just be sideways in the mud. I'm not interested. 15 miles an hour? I'll sit here for another hour. Sure. I'll just roll along at this pace. Save mileage. Okay, quick tour of Prudhoe Bay. There is the beautiful airport. And there's the Prudhoe Bay Hotel, which is a trailer park. And yeah, it's really nice here. I cannot tell you how much I recommend not coming here. I don't understand why anyone would come here.
Hey riders, thanks very much for watching that video in its entirety. If you would, click over here on the subscribe button, and then the button just to the right of it, that is the bell button, and if you press that, that lets YouTube know that you want to know what I've been up to on this particular channel. So every time I post something new, they'll alert you, and that's cool. Because if I'm just doing this for me, I'm not going to be doing this. So please subscribe, be aware, know what's going on. Also below, you're going to find my channels to my social media, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shizzle bedrizzle. You can sign up for those too. Stay alert, stay aware of what's going on. Also, I'm going to share the link to Motohawk.com. That's where you can go to make me be your ride guide to the Southeast United States. If you're traveling in North Georgia, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, Virginia, or West Virginia on 2 wheels, let me help you out. I've got 3 great books. They're available on the website, and there's some other cool information to share on the website too. All right, I hope that you really enjoyed the video. Be safe, ride smart, but have a great time.